Alrighty, we are now 7 weeks out from race day. I think it's about 48 days till we kick off. I've had a pretty solid last 2 weeks of training. From the 5th of May to 11th of May, I did, I think, 69 or just shy of 70k. And this week I have, as of recording, I'm up to about 92. It is a slightly bigger jump than I would have liked to have made, but the body's feeling strong, tired but strong. And it's actually been, since the block has started, it's probably been my easiest week. And I think I put that down to just the fun I'm having and the kind of routes I took this week. So yeah, feeling good so far. So I'm going to go over my training for the past 2 weeks, starting on the 5th of May, the Monday, which I did a 13k run just around here in Corsia and Littleton. I get a little bit of a longer run in, hopefully, or ideally on a Monday, since Millie finishes a bit later on that day, so I can get a bit of a longer one in after work. Moving to Tuesday. Tuesday is Millie and I's leg day at the gym. We've been going straight after work instead of after dinner, which we normally have been doing in the past. This means we're not getting home too late. So I did a 3k treadmill run whilst I was waiting for Millie to finish work and walk to the gym. Then we bust out an hour of legs at the gym, and then once we got home, I did a 7k run just before dinner, which was just practice to train on those tired heavy legs, which was not too bad actually. Wednesdays are usually Millie and I's upper body gym day, but instead I went for a 10k run in the morning before work, which is pretty rare for me. I'm not a morning person. I really struggle to get up before work if I don't have to, but with Millie's help, which was very helpful, I went for a 10k 50-minute run and got that done before work, which did feel nice, but it still doesn't mean I find it easy going forward. Thursday was just an easy 8.3k, nothing too fancy, no bells or whistles, just got the job done just before dinner, whilst it's already dark, but that's kind of my normal nowadays. Gotta be honest, I procrastinated this run all day. Could have done it before work, could have done it straight after work, but I'm out here doing it before dinner. But to be honest, I'm not actually complaining. It's a beautiful warm evening, so I'm actually kind of enjoying it. But some full transparency, I felt my hip injury a little bit extra than normal today and a little bit on the second half of yesterday. Just a more of a 2 out of 10 than a 1 out of 10 pain. So I've been kind of cautious about going for a run today as well. But I decided I'd go for a nice, just very slow 7k, nothing too crazy, and just keep it light for now, and hopefully it gets better tomorrow. On Fridays, my usual routine is go to the 7 a.m. hit squad class, which is just a 45-minute hit class, getting the heart rate up and a lot of functional body movements. In the evening, I did a 7.3k run after dinner, just late night, dark hours. 8:30 p.m. on a Friday night, bit of a wet, cold one. Again, procrastinated it, but gonna get it done before bedtime. She's a wet one. Good training though. Come on. 10th of May, Saturday. Since Millie and I didn't go to the gym on Wednesday like we normally would for our kind of upper body session, we decided to get this in on Saturday. We kind of did an upper body, full body session, nothing too crazy, just some good conditioning. And then once we got home from the gym, I then went for a 13.6k run just around here in Littleton and Corsia, and saw some pretty beautiful scenes as the sun kind of began to set. And to round out last week, on Sunday, the 11th of May, just went to floor 12, did a mile before floor 12, and then kind of finished around 6.8k, just to get that weekly mileage up to where I needed it to be. Starting for this week, on the 12th of May, Monday, I went for a 16k run after work. I had an errand to run. I had to drop off a vest for Anna for her Hawke's Bay half marathon. Congrats, Anna, for completing that. Good on you. And then I also kind of did a little loop around the river. So nice 10 miles for Monday, which was good to get under the belt and good start to the week. Moving to Tuesday, it was our leg day again. I ran a quick mile to the gym from work. Then Millie and I smashed out another hour leg session, and once we got home, scoffed down some dinner, and then went for another, I think, 7.3k run straight after dinner to kind of practice again those dark, tired miles, and also with the full belly to see how that sat, which was interesting. I could definitely feel the dinner in there, but nothing came back up and I was able to, finish out the run strong. On to Wednesday, another 11k after work. Nothing too special, just along the river in the red zone. I like that route. It's pretty classic for me. And then after dinner, Millie and I went back into town to hit the gym, just an upper body session, chest, triceps, biceps, all that good stuff. 15th of May, Thursday, I was kind of unsure where to run. I asked someone at work. She recommended the Goldie Head route, and I wasn't quite keen to drive out that way, but I was keen to get a little bit of elevation training in. So I decided to head up to Summit Road as the sun was setting and busted out 15k up there. My God, was it beautiful. I think a sunset run on Summit Road really rivals a spring blossom run in Hagley Park. Those two runs, you just can't beat them. Just such good vibes. It's a beautiful Thursday afternoon. I'm up here on Summit Road in the Poor Hills. Gonna go for about a 15k run, I think, and hopefully gonna have a beautiful sunset. Come on. I want to say as I'm grinding up this hill, although training is incredibly time consuming and energy taxing, it's runs like this on a nice beautiful evening, sunset in the hills, listen to a good podcast or good music. Oh, it's just all worth it, eh? Oh, this is why I love running. Come on. Friday, I had to repeat it again because I just loved it so much. Another 15k up on Summit Road, heading west this time as opposed to east on Thursday. Again, another beautiful sunset. Oh, I just couldn't get enough of it. I think if it's good weather this coming week, I think I'll definitely try to get back up there because I just loved it so much. Last little bit of sunlight, beautiful sunset. Time to get back to the car. Last time I was bombing down this hill was with Solly and Jimmy on a long run before Queenstown Marathon. After a 30k run, we bombed to this last k and finished in a 3:40 fashion. What a run that was. Shout out those lads, come on. Also on Friday, Millie was out for dinner, so I was left to my own devices, and I decided to run down into Littleton to Eruption and get a nice pint and burger, but that's another 2.5k each way, so that rounded out about just under 20k or just over 20k for the Friday. Saturday the 17th of May was a bittersweet run. I think I did 12k around Hagley with the Rhinos Run Club boys. The reason it was a bit bittersweet, it was Josh Solly's last run here in New Zealand until he moves to the UK, so I love running with those boys. They're my best mates, but it was kind of sad to get one last run in with Solly. Good stuff.
Oh, good shit, fellas.
Well in. Good shit, boys. A great okay, boys.
And to round out the week, on Sunday today, I went to floor 12 and got 7.7k in, and that's put me up to 92k for the week. I am likely going to go for a run after recording this and try hit that 100k mark, but I'm not going to push it if anything feels off. But the body is feeling strong, as I said earlier, just a bit tired, so first 100k week hopefully incoming. Let's go. When it comes to setting up the actual training programs for these races or any sort of race I've done, I am self-coached. I like to kind of base it off how I'm feeling and how much time I have in that day. But I do know that I do kind of need to work up to a certain amount of mileage in a week and have some really key sessions in my training block, and then obviously a taper towards the end. When it comes to planning, I barely plan a day in advance. I barely know what I'm doing the day of. I kind of wait till I'm finished work usually and see how much time I have left and how I'm feeling for that day and what I can be bothered fitting in. What I have done though is I bought a calendar whiteboard to kind of record and track the runs I have done. I don't really plan ahead, as I said, but I have got a whiteboard that I've kind of keep track of all my sessions, all my workouts, and it is really satisfying to just have a look at that whiteboard, see almost every single day filled in, and just know that I am putting in the work that I need to be. So what do I want to do with my training going forward? I want to keep increasing my weekly mileage by about 5 to 10k, and I want to kind of peak out at that 100k, hopefully maybe even 110k, and then do some back-to-back, hopefully 3 in a row, maybe 2 of 100k plus weeks, just to really train those legs on tired legs and see how that goes, and keep my two to 3 gym sessions, one focusing on my legs and lower body, and then another one focusing on my upper body just for general fitness and health. I also want to just keep going to my HIIT classes. Those are good fun for me, a nice social outing, and spikes the heart rate, which is always good fun and good cross training. And then at about 7 to 10 days out from the race, I'll start to taper, keep running almost daily, but just really bring the mileage back, really kind of lower the weights in the gym, but still try to hit the gym as well, and then really just try to lock in mentally from then on. As with every other block, there's a few key sessions that I want to hash off before race day that will make me feel ready and confident for race day. I'm not entirely sure what all those key sessions are yet, but I want to do at least 2 race simulations where I'll run for 50 minutes, come back home or have a base set up for 10 minutes, eat and drink as much as I can, then go back out for another 50 minutes and repeat that about 4 times. I want to do one during the day and then one during the middle of the night, and really practice race simulation, eating and drinking, and also some night running, which I'll get into as well. Another thing that I really need to start doing, which I've been quite slack about, which is slightly embarrassing, but I need to get into some more double days, really running before work in the morning and then running at night or after work, and really just train running when I can't be bothered, when I'm tired, when it's hard to get out the door. Just like it will be hard to get up from that camping chair and go for another lap, I need to really train both obviously physically, but also mentally, doing things where I can't be bothered, don't want to do them, but need to get the job done and achieve my goals.